Hello, I'm Jeff Myers, and welcome to Elgin Today. On this edition, we travel to the ribbon-cutting ceremony for Family Service Association at their new location west of Randall Road and talk with Tamron Keefe, the Director of Crisis Services. And Brett Lynn, the fitness manager of the Edward Schock Center of Elgin, talks about the 20th anniversary of the center and then takes a look at this time capsule that will be opened on the 40th anniversary. The Mayor David Captain segment comes from the lobby of the Hemmons Cultural Center as Mayor Captain talks with first Amanda Harris and then Butch Wilhelmy about the structural changes coming to the Hemmons. We'll have these stories and more on this edition of Elgin Today. We are at the Edward Schock Center of Elgin, and we are delighted to have a great guest, the Fitness Operation Manager. I've got to get this right. Parks and Recreation Department of the City of Elgin. Brett Lind, you are the man we're talking to today because this is a big time, big year for our center, isn't it?
Yep, it was a big year for us. We were celebrating our 20th anniversary of this building here, the Center of Elgin, or the Edward Schock Center of Elgin being built. We just got off of our celebration that we had to celebrate the 20 years on November 12th. And it's been a really good year of special events and fun things that we had going on for the community.
You've worked here 17 years. You've seen a lot of changes, haven't you?
17 years. So I wasn't here for the full 20 years, but I've been here for the last 17 and seen a lot of changes over that time. And it's been exciting to be a part of and a great organization to work for.
What brings us out, you put together a time capsule that you'll open up. Now, you tell us when you're going to open up. This is 20 years of celebration here. You're going to open up this time capsule when?
Yeah, so the idea behind it was to open it up 20 years from now at what would be the 40th anniversary for the Center of Elgin. So the exact date on that, we haven't fully planned it, but we looked at November 15th of 2042 as a potential opening date where we'll open this up and see what's inside. We filled it with a lot of things that represent what Elgin and Elgin Parks and Recreation is today.
It's a great concept. We love the time capsules. The folks participate. A lot of folks here, working here, gave you a lot of good stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, so we got feedback we asked for the community and our coworkers here to get involved in coming up with some ideas of things that would be fun to open up 20 years from now, things that maybe might not exist 20 years from now, or just to see kind of what things were like here at that time of right now of 2022.
Was there a lot of articles, a lot of paperwork? What did folks put in there?
So we did put in a few newspapers, one from the Courier and one from the Herald, just from that current day of that celebration day, so we could kind of see what was going on in the overall world and community at that time. We put a lot of different items that represent our programs, our program activity guide, a couple things that represent pickleball, because pickleball is kind of a thing that's going crazy right now. So 20 years from now, who knows what pickleball will look like? Maybe it'll have taken over the world. I don't know. But we put a few things in. Some staff put some personal items in, a letter, kind of talking about things that are going on today, a membership card and a key for the lockers upstairs just to kind of represent the fitness center. Just a variety of different things from the 20th anniversary and things. We even got a program guide from Elgin Soccer. The Elgin High soccer team made it to state this year, so we have a program guide from that semifinal game that they went to there too. So.
Great. We were able to put some of our video together, and I think I was told by Jeremy and Bruce, flash drive, we put on a flash drive. Will we be able to play a flash drive in 20 years?
Yeah, so I think that's one of the coolest things is that we have a flash drive in there, because opening that up, you never know what's going to be on that 20 years from now. And hopefully they still have a USB port in the computers that you can open it with and see the pictures from the 20th anniversary and also that original footage from the ribbon cutting in 2003, which was really cool.
Yeah, great work on that. You love to be on camera, don't you?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things to do.
I can tell. He's earnest for that. Isn't he, kids? I can see the look in his eye. But we're so excited about the time capsule. That is a great idea by you. We appreciate that. So come on out and take a look at the time capsule right here at the Edward Schock Center of Elgin. Thanks, Brett.
Yep, thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it.
Take care. We're delighted to be here west of Randall Road at a brand new location, Family Service Association. Now west of Randall Road here on Capitol Street, we have Tamron Keefe with us. And Tamron, tell me your title.
Director of Crisis Services.
These are exciting times. We were here for the ribbon cutting back on December 8th, and everybody was here for that. That was exciting, wasn't it?
It was exciting. Yeah, we were really excited to share our new space with everyone.
And when you talk about new space, you're talking about great space this is. Now, you moved from where?
We were previously on Big Timber and McLean. It was 1140 North McLean Boulevard. Now we're at 1752 Capitol Street in Elgin. So, like you said, west of Randall now.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
The future right here with everybody, and you have such great space here. Your duties here as Director of Crisis Services. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I manage two crisis programs, SAS and the 988 program. So a lot of my role is assigning cases, so we follow up with all crisis within 48 hours, and then just throughout the day making sure we're responding to all our crisis calls. Our crisis calls will come in through the CARES line for our Medicaid-eligible individuals, or the 988 line for those who have private insurance or are uninsured.
You see a lot of students, do you not?
We do, yeah. So we focus predominantly on child and adolescents and families, but we do see serve families throughout the lifespan, and we do see adult clients as well. So we provide outpatient therapy here as well. With the new building, we have 2 play therapy rooms now and a relaxation room. Relaxation room, kind of when we're a little escalated and not having a great day, just a place to go to calm down. They can turn off the lights. There's like a beanbag chair.
Oh, it's wonderful.
So it's really relaxing. And then we also provide therapy at the schools. We're in 19 schools in District 300. So.
Wonderful. Well, as soon as I arrived, I went to the relaxation room. I always need that.
I know, we kind of joke it's kind of for staff sometimes more too. Like sometimes we just have those tough sessions and it's like, we just need to relax now too. So
Now, how would we specifically contact you or services here?
So our number is 847-695-3680. We respond. We have typical office hours, but also 24/7 access for our clients if they need it. And then our website is fsaelgin.org. You can also fill out intake paperwork and find out more about services there.
And the Family Service Association of Greater Elgin has a great history, doesn't it?
Yes, I believe we're in year 91.
Whoa,
so we've been
that's
here.
right. Yeah, 91 and a
years.
half, I think I heard.
Yeah, I think it was
That's
90
right.
last year. So
Yeah.
we've been here for a while and we're continuing to grow and we have this big space. So
Gosh.
hopefully serve as we keep going.
The folks who've been here just a short time entering this place, they must go, wow, don't they?
Yeah, I think we were a little hesitant at first being further west now, but I think clients have really enjoyed the space and I think it's been a good change.
And how long have you worked here?
I've been here for 8 years,
wow.
all in the crisis department. So
And you're a South Elgin lady, is that right? And
Yes.
you're in Elgin High you went to.
yes, so I grew up in South Elgin, but before they had the South Elgin High School and Middle School, so went to Elgin School. So
And you loved Elgin High, didn't you?
I did enjoy it, yeah. So I think it's always been nice too that I continue to work in this community
Oh, that's
and
wonderful.
the clients that we serve are from this community. So it's been good.
Well, congratulations. I know Family Service Association of Greater Elgin has been just wonderful over the 90-plus years. And will you contribute that and you continue to do that, won't you?
Yeah, we will. And I think this new space is letting us grow more and serve more individuals. Our 988 crisis program has been a new addition in the last year, and we have a new program, Pathways, through the state of Illinois to serve more individuals. So, yeah, we're going to continue to serve our community and grow with it.
Tell me the exact address again in case our cameraman gets lost.
Sure. 1752 Capitol Street in Elgin, 60124.
You can turn off onto Alf Lane and pretty much negotiate from there, can't you?
Yeah, you just keep going. We're towards the end of the street, but you'll find us.
Well, you know, Mike Alf is one of the most famous folks in all. Come on this way a little bit as we wrap things up. They want to see you on camera. Not me, just you.
Sounds good.
All right, we appreciate that. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Cameron Keefe, right here from a sunny location is right now, isn't it?
I know, I was
we're
like,
working
yeah,
on
we're
our
bright
tan.
now.
Yeah, so we appreciate that.
Nice
We're
and warm.
1752 Capitol Street,
Yep, that's it.
west of Randall Road. That's where we were. Thanks.
Thank you.
It's a new year, and we're talking with Mayor David Captain. We are at the Hemmons Cultural Center. Big things are happening here, aren't they, Mayor?
They sure are, Jeff, and we are planning a renovation down here and an expansion and doing some much-needed remodeling for this facility that goes back to the 1960s. With us today is Amanda Harris, and Amanda is known for really with the Cultural Arts Commission and the arts in the city of Elgin, but she's also taken on a big role with the city manager's office. Yeah. And as part of that, she's been working on the plans for the expansion of this facility, and she can tell us a little bit about what that's going to be.
You love Hemmons, don't you?
I sure do.
A lot of things going on right now, so it should be a big year, 2023 and 2024 for this.
Yes, it sure is. As the mayor noted, this building's been around since 1969, so this expansion is going to make the building, viable for another 50, 75 years. We're really excited.
You're going to tell us what the outside will look like. We're going to hear from Butch Wilhelmy a little bit on the inside, but you're going to the look as we look a little bit to our what would be, I guess, to the north. A lot of changes there.
Yeah, so the expansion includes the entirety of the north side of the building. It will go all the way out to the edge of the pavers there. It includes a whole new lobby area, first floor restrooms, balcony level restrooms, a basement and storage and green room space. It's going to be a lot of stuff we're adding.
That must make you smile, all those additions.
It sure does. And, people have been talking for a long time, and Mayor's always got stories. And I was coming up the steps here at a concert, and a gentleman was walking next to him. He says, Mayor, do you know how many steps there are here? And he told me, and I forgot. Oh, no. But he said, I have to walk this far to go to the bathroom. And he said, that's not, can we do something about it? And this has been really an issue. We're going to fix that. But this project now, it started out, and we talk about inflation and affects the city of Elgin just like it does people at home. Sure. And this project started out about a year ago. We're looking at around $8 million. Well, it's up to 12. And it's going to be, it's worth it because this building is, architecturally, we found out that it has some value. Yep. And it's really part of a restoration and part of a history of architecture from the 1960s.
And that was a decade that was full of growth and full of future looks.
It sure was, yeah. A donation from Hattie Hemmons, a local Elginite, of $1 million, a little over $1 million, made this whole entirety of Civic Center Plaza possible, and that included the Hemmons. And so a famous architecture, Mies van der Rohe is the style that this building is based upon, and it really blends into the entirety of the Civic Plaza. You've got the appellate court and the city hall, and everything is very similar. And so this expansion pays homage to that style, and the outdoor balcony and the lean of how that will look is very sympathetic to the style. So we're looking.
The other day on Facebook, they were saying, who did you see over the years here at Hemmons? What's some of your favorite acts?
Oh, I think that we've, obviously, Sandy and I have been going to the symphony for a long time. We saw the Oak Ridge Boys here a number of times. They used to do a great Christmas concert. Still kind of miss that. Mm-hmm. And they were probably my favorite. I really enjoyed them. And it's lends itself to that, and it's really... there have been discussions over the past few years about a new facility and which way to go, and I think the decision was made to stay here, and I think it's the right one. It offers more of an Elgin feel, and I think the hometown feel, and a small space. And we've talked a little bit about that Elgin's a city, but at the same time we want to maintain the small town atmosphere, and I think this really does that for us.
No question about that, and all the changes will make it seem even more better.
Absolutely, yeah. The bathrooms on the first floor and up on the second floor, the addition of dressing rooms and the green room, these are all things that the public and the users of the space have been wanting since about 1999 when the project kind of started. And here we are in 2022, kind of finally ready to cross that finish line. So we're really excited.
Butch Wilhelmy will take center stage shortly. Did we leave anything out from you?
I don't think so. Well, I guess, yeah. So the project is scheduled to wrap up in 2024. So all of next year will really be a lot of construction, but we're going to try to minimize the impact on folks. And then hopefully we will have an unveiling in late summer of 2024 of the brand new Hemmons.
Well, it's exciting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. We're really excited.
Amanda Harris, we appreciate you being aboard. Mayor, we're going to bring Butch Wilhelmy in the next segment. That should be exciting for us.
That'd be great. We'll talk about the inside, talking about the outside. Now we'll talk a little bit about some of the more technical parts of it.
Butch will be with us. We continue with our venture here at Hemmons, and you've got another guest for us.
Yeah, we do. It's Butch Wilhelmy. Butch is manager of the facility here, and we're going to, we talked a little bit about the outside and going to talk about the inside and the changes that are going to happen here. And I think that one of the things that is important, this construction project will allow the concerts and the events for the next year to continue. And that's a big part. People depend on the scheduling. They want to keep their customers. Symphony is very important. They have subscriptions, and this will allow that to happen. So, Butch, tell us what's going to happen inside.
No break in the action, and you got all the details.
Exactly. So, as Amanda pointed out, we're taking the north side from the entire length of the building out to basically where the entrance patio is. So on the main floor, we'll have expanded lobby area. We'll have a box office that is accessible from the inside and the outside. There'll be a cover over that and over the drop-off area to the north side, so people will be able to get out of their cars and then immediately be under cover as they're coming into the building. And there'll be the ever-important restrooms on the main floor. And then behind that, from an operations standpoint, there'll also be an expanded receiving area. So where right now, if we're bringing in large set pieces or vehicles or whatever onto the stage, we have to do a lot of jacking up and moving stuff around, we'll be able to drive directly onto the stage, and the existing one will become a dock height receiving area. So rather than having to lift everything off of trucks, we'll be able to back them right up and roll stuff straight in from there. In the basement, we're going to be adding a number of dressing rooms, increasing that, including one large gathering area or green room. And then the other half of that will be storage, which is desperately needed in this building. So we'll be able to get a lot of stuff that we have just tucked into this corner and that corner into a storage area. On the second floor, in addition to the restrooms that will serve the balcony area, this will be the first time the balcony area will be accessible via elevator. So that will be a huge thing for us, to help people get up there. The major portion of the second level is going to be a reception space that can be divided into two. So there'll be a built-in bar, large reception space overlooking the north side and the east side, and that cover that is covering the box office and the entrance on the main floor will be a balcony space on the second floor. And then at the back corner of the building, we'll be moving the administrative offices into that corner.
Exciting, isn't it, Mayor?
It is, Jeff, and things that are have been needed for a long, long time. And again, this building was built in the 60s. The ADA laws just weren't there. And now this building is going to be compliant, and hopefully that'll carry us for many, many years. Elevator was a big thing for people. At the one that was there, so with somebody with a wheelchair, there's just about enough room for that. And I think that's important for our residents to be able to participate here. The 1,200 seats should be for everybody, and I think this is going to accomplish that.
We talk with folks, they always have pleasant stories about Hemmons, excitement they had here.
Yes, absolutely, and it's a pleasant environment, and I think it's easy to get to. I'd like to see some changes in the parking, and maybe that's something we can try to address to get parking a little bit closer for people. But we'll handle those things one thing at a time. And we, again, upgrades happen. Upgrades happen outside the building, going to happen inside, and I think that's important for us. And Butch deals also with the acoustics here, and I think that's something that most people, we have concerts, and most people talk about that. I have a tin ear, so I can't pick out various instruments and things like that. But other people are much better at that than I am. But most people get a great enjoyment out of what's here, and I think that maybe Butch can talk a little bit about how we stage things. And, we look at return on our investment. And there's a place where it's not worth it for us to go to make some improvements. So we're just not going to get from that. Maybe Butch can talk a little bit about that.
We're down to about 90 seconds acoustically. Talk about that.
Yeah, and we had talked about that. In order to do major acoustic treatments inside the theater, we would have to shut down for a number of seasons because it would require raising roof spaces, changing the shape of the proscenium, and all kinds of different things. One of the big things that we get that we are going to address is because of the way the curve is on the balcony, the sound will slap back to the performers and can be kind of disconcerting. So we're going to be addressing that to try to minimize that as part of it. But otherwise, we found with most of the performers that come in really do enjoy the acoustics that are in there. We can retract curtains to make it more lively if we want to, or close them to sort of deaden it, especially for spoken word events, which is more important than the reflection.
Wonderful. I introduced the Kingston Trio here. Can you top that?
You did? No, I cannot. That's pretty good.
Early 90s.
Yeah, well, yeah. Maybe.
We're older.
Right. You're lying about that. It might have been back in the 60s or 50s.
When they're doing 7-Up commercials.
Okay.
It was the 90s.
Well, congratulations, and this is a great program to start off the new year and give people something to look forward to. Construction will go through 2023 and into 2024, and hopefully get the project done and online for the season in 2024.
Great. How many years have you worked here?
I have worked here for 36 years. Wow. Yep.
36. How many foxtrots have you run?
Me personally, I've run 2 of them.
You handled most?
I handled all, everything from 1986 on I've been a part of. Yeah.
We should have them run out of the frame now, shouldn't we?
That's good. But Butch does a lot of stuff inside and outside the Hemmons. He's a very valuable employee to the city, and he carries a lot of historical knowledge as you and I do as well.
Well, fun times here at the Hemmons Cultural Center. Butch Wilhelmy, thanks a lot for talking to us. We love the place.
Thank you.
Mayor, you're always delightful.
Thank you, Jeff, and we'll see you next month.
Sounds good.
Nos encontramos hoy aquí en el distrito U46. Este lugar se llama el Welcoming Center, ¿verdad?
Welcome Center.
Welcome Center. Welcome, pero es welcome. Este lugar está súper bien bonito, es nuevo. La verdad, si no se han llegado a venir a visitarlo, vengan aquí porque realmente tienen muchos servicios de ayuda, apoyo y realmente creo que es un lugar para la comunidad que es muy ideal porque siempre andan ayudando en diferentes formas. Para esto, hoy tengo dos bellas amigas que en sí nos van a decir un poquito de lo que están haciendo porque tienen un programa muy ideal, especialmente para muchas personas que aún necesitan tomar clases, les van a decir un poquito de todo. Norma, platícanos un poquito quién eres, qué es lo que haces aquí.
Gracias. Yo soy Norma Burns y soy la educadora de padres bilingües. Básicamente lo que hacemos aquí son evaluaciones para los niños que son nuevos en nuestro distrito, pero también lo que hacemos es, tenemos un programa que se llama Plazas Comunitarias y es un programa para nuestros papás.
Es algo nuevo que están empezando porque creo que es algo que no se ha escuchado anteriormente, ¿verdad?
Bueno, tenemos más de 10 años con el programa, pero es la primera vez que lo anunciamos contigo.
Ah, ok, muy bien.
Sí.
Y este programa es algo que apenas van a estar dando clases recién, ¿no?
Sí, vamos a estar ubicados en 2 escuelas.
Okay.
Vamos a estar en la escuela Laurel Hill y también en la escuela Lord's Park.
Muy bien. Brenda, platícanos un poquito también, porque siempre tienes muchas cosas interesantes que ayudarle y decirnos para la comunidad más que nada.
Bueno, este programa es totalmente gratuito, es para todos los papás de nuestros niños del programa de lenguaje dual y aunque no estuvieran en el distrito, si son de Carpentersville o vienen de otra área.
No tienen que estar en el distrito de 46 de los papás.
No,
ok.
porque a veces tenemos papás que vienen de Carpentersville. Son bienvenidos al programa. El programa de plazas comunitarias es para esos papás que a lo mejor no aprendieron a leer y escribir en México en español.
O no están muy bien avanzados.
O que no terminaron la primaria, o que no terminaron la secundaria. Entonces nosotros los apoyamos. Es un programa en conjunto con el Consulado de México. Entonces los papás se gradúan, tienen su certificado y los preparamos para que vayan directo a hacer el GD y ayudar a nuestra comunidad a salir adelante.
Y dijiste que es gratis, ¿verdad?
Gratuito totalmente y tenemos un club de tareas para los niños mientras los papás están estudiando. Los niños los podemos cuidar de 5 a 10 años, totalmente gratis. Es un programa estructurado para que hagan las tareas. Obviamente también tienen su ratito para que jueguen, pero más que nada tenemos una biblioteca móvil para que los niños lean, ¿verdad? Fomentar lo que es el amor por la lectura también con los niños.
Qué bonito, porque es algo que realmente se necesita y el apoyo para tratar de hacer las tareas, porque a veces uno mismo se pierde, ¿no? ¿Qué tanto están diciendo? Y en sí va a ser otro apoyo para los papás.
Exacto, y como para todas esas nuevas familias inmigrantes que tenemos, que necesitan apoyo, que necesitan sentirse más seguros y aprender y seguir preparándose para ayudar a nuestros niños, todos son bienvenidos y conocen gente que vengan, son gratis, gratis las clases. Vamos a estar en 2 escuelas. Norma, ¿les quieres?
Sí, vamos a estar en la Laurel Hill, que está en Hanover Park, y vamos a estar en la Lord's Park, que está en Elgin. Entonces, los lunes y miércoles vamos a estar en Laurel Hill y los martes y jueves en Lord's Park.
De ahí van a continuar las clases una vez a la semana, 2 veces.
Sí, algo muy importante es que seguimos el calendario del distrito escolar U46, que es nuestro distrito, obviamente. O sea, entonces los niños están de vacaciones, los papás van a estar de vacaciones. Si la escuela está cerrada por alguna situación del clima, también el programa ese día está cerrado.
Entonces, se sincronizan
Seguimos
todos.
el calendario de nuestro distrito U46.
Muy bien. Pues muchas gracias, porque creo que es un gran programa que en sí debemos asegurar que todo el mundo puedan aprovecharse, en sí a tomar ventaja, porque la verdad es una educación, un apoyo para tomar un paso más adelante, ¿no?
Exacto.
Que sea ideal. Estas banderas ya no duraron. Pero la verdad, muchísimas gracias, porque creo que es muy ideal, muy importante. Aseguren que se apunten, porque es importante que tengamos en sí el ejemplo a nuestros hijos, ¿no? Que nosotros tomemos el tiempo y asegurar que nos eduquemos, igualmente que los niños tienen que hacer lo mismo. ¿Y qué más? Un apoyo sí, para que ayudarse a la tarea. Es que Diana, y también hay tantas cosas que personas tienen dudas, no saben a dónde recurrir, especialmente si tienen que llenar una aplicación, a veces no saben si voy a trabajar, cómo le hago. ¿Aquí asisten también a hacer cositas así?
Sí, les ayudamos con cualquier cosa que necesitan. Tenemos aquí consejeros y empleados de centro que les pueden ayudar con inmigración, con servicios de apoyo bilingüe. Tenemos apoyo para el empleo, clases para los padres. Tenemos también una despensa de alimentos de emergencia, que es muy importante.
Y para eso tienen que asegurar que llamen y hagan una cita, o cómo, porque si alguien de repente dice, "Ay, necesito asistencia", ¿y cómo le hacen?
La despensa de emergencia, de la comida de emergencia, la damos los martes y jueves de la 1 a las 4 de la tarde y también los viernes en la tarde de la 1 a la 4. Y sí, deberían de llamar a centro primero para hacer cita, pero los que necesiten les ofrecemos. También tenemos servicios notariales, talleres de ciudadanía, servicios de salud, talleres de financieros, legales, en colaboración con muchas otras organizaciones que quieren asegurar que los servicios de ellos y la información que ofrecen a los inmigrantes de la comunidad que sean conocidos. Así es que sí, tenemos bastante de programas para ayudar. Nuestra misión es para ayudar a todos los bienvenidos, los nuevos vecinos aquí a nuestra comunidad, que sean bienvenidos para integrarse apropiadamente aquí en esta comunidad.
A mí me encanta que nosotros como organización, yo trabajo por la BNA, venimos aquí, tomamos la presión, aseguramos si hay servicios que podemos ofrecer, colaboramos mucho con centros de información y no solamente organizaciones de salud, sino de diferentes para educar a nuestra comunidad. Y eso es algo muy bonito porque es mucho trabajo o esfuerzo que ustedes ponen de su parte para asegurar que toda nuestra comunidad esté informativa, que tenga como la buena información en sí. Realmente hay algo más que buscas, que necesitas, que en sí nuestra comunidad puede apoyarles.
Pues sí, quiero que todos sepan que también tenemos oficinas en Carpentersville. Estamos la dirección allá es en 3036 Wakefield Drive. Y también tenemos oficina nueva en Hanover Park.
Eso es recién, ¿no?
Recién desde noviembre. Estamos en la dirección es 1645 West Irving Park Road.
Muchas gracias. Esos son lugares nuevos que si vives cerquitas de allí, aseguren que promuevan, porque la verdad muchas personas no saben y es algo que siempre, un lugar que es nuevo, tenemos que asegurar que ayudemos a las personas a conocer el lugar y así. ¿Van a proveer todos los mismos servicios en esas ubicaciones?
Todos menos servicios de inmigración, solamente aquí en la oficina de Elgin. Ajá. Y pero ahí también tenemos todos los otros servicios.
Y ustedes siempre han proveído servicios en la comunidad. Sé que personas se tardaban a veces un poquito para tratar de hacer citas. ¿Hay algo de cambio que se ha hecho ahorita?
Pues sí, desde que he estado aquí hace 4 meses, le he ofrecido empleo a 5 más personas y me faltan 2. Me faltan 2 en enero para atraer aquí, para trabajar en centro, para ya tener suficientes personas para ayudar a todos los que necesitan ayuda.
Ahora sí, van a conquistar a todo Elgin y todos sus lugares alrededor. Es que muchísimas gracias por todos los servicios. Siempre venimos y te traemos ideas y todo eso y siempre está abierto en ayudarnos, apoyarnos hasta desde el cover, de vacunaciones, de cosas de la comunidad, de educaciones, de talleres, de diferentes temas. Es que muchas gracias. Es un tesoro realmente venir aquí. El lugar está bonito en sí para que vengan. Hay tanta información que tenemos que aprender, clases. Es que no se lo pierdan en sí. ¿Algo más que quieres dejarles saber a la comunidad?
Pues sí, los que les interesa aprender inglés, si se van a hacer ciudadanos, vamos a comenzar otra colaboración con Literacy Connection comenzando en enero. Tenemos clases aquí en Centro y si quieren más información, pueden llamar aquí a la oficina al 847-695-9050.
Ya ven, les digo que no terminan. Aquí aseguren que vengan al centro de información. Por si acaso tienen dudas, pueden llamar por teléfono. Gracias, hasta luego.
For more information, please visit cityofelgin.org. Para más información, por favor visite nuestra página cityofelgin.org. Don't forget, for city services, call 311. Call, click, connect. Para servicios de la ciudad, no olvide llamar 311, llamar, conectar y textear.